Here we have Titans taking on the Knights at Gold Coast Titans Stadium. Both teams are the exact same as round one. Seabus Super Stadium, not Gold Coast Stadium. But I found out just before this game, so they went around asking after I asked them. They went around asking the numbers after I asked them if they think they could do the RLC All-Stars thing. They can, because they asked around, they got enough numbers, so it'll happen Monday, 4:30, and then the the NRLC one will be at 5:30. And RLC is at 4:30. So yeah, be hyped for that. That's on Monday night, straight after Monday night, and after round 3, or after this round, start around 4. And it'll be 7 minutes long, as we're kicking into 7 minutes now. Feeder takes the first run, steps. Big Tino gets the offload off. Sam Verrills. Bo Fillmore, he's running. That's third. Up past the 40 now. Kieran Foran. Through the hands, Jojo Fafita. He gets caught, that's fifth and final. Kieran Foran bombs it long. And it's perfect almost. Not in the in goal, but almost as far as you could go without it being in the in goal. Feeder, perfect spot. He just walked back on side. Fletcher off to Ponga. Ponga. He could be playing on Monday. We don't know yet. We don't know the lineups. It was just like the All Stars game. We didn't really know the lineups. So we just saw it and found out. And then after this Monday, we're gonna wait all the way to round 8. I think it is round 8 for State of Origin. I think, yeah, but the good thing of it being all the way in round 8 is for the first game, we get to see all just the current NRLC players picked. And then for this next game and the next 2 games, we get to see if there's any RLC players that get promoted up that's good enough for the Origin, as they'll all be moving on after their contract's finished. That's the ones that get signed by an NRLC team. I think the main ones are Rivers, Ponga, and not Ponga, Rivers, Masters, and White. Rivers, Queensland, White, New South Wales, Masters, New South Wales. They're the only ones I really see getting signed right now, honestly. This season at least, because I know Jackson's going to come back. Jackson said he actually didn't do his ACL. He has torn his meniscus though. But he said he can actually still play if he wanted to, but he didn't want to this season. Just give it a rest, play all the special games. So that probably means he'll be in the team for next week. Same with May. I know May will be for Australia. The thing is with Nichols is he's as Kiki's gone, as he's Indigenous, but his dad's Indigenous, but his mum is New Zealand, so he can play for both All-Stars teams, Maori and Indigenous. But he chooses Indigenous, but most of the time, most of the way through the juniors, he chose to represent New Zealand, which I didn't think he could do that. Represent New Zealand, but go do New Zealand All Stars for New Indigenous. But I guess KP does it. Just Kalen Ponga used to do it just the other way around. He used to represent Australia, but play with the Maoris. Sam Verrills is over. Regan Campbell-Gillard uses his height, jumps up there, and taps the ball back to Sam Verrills, and he's over for the first try of the game. Got himself back on side. He dived a bit far forward, he almost got himself out there. He's lucky he delayed his hand. He was able to keep his hand up in the air for long enough. Yeah, see, he touched it. And then he goes and slides over the sideline. He almost hit the board as well. The little sponsor board things. Sam Verrills, Jaden Campbell, kicks the conversion. KP. KP kicks it long down to Sam Verrills. For the Waker. He could play for the the Australia Tonga side. As I think Luki Halasima is. And then Tino could play for either side, as that's the siren, as he's Australian and Samoan. This is where all the everybody's announcements for what side they're going to represent is coming out. For most people, at least, they can still change their mind, but most of them, once they choose this one, they keep it. This is only a new thing, but that's what everyone's saying. If they choose to do this one, they're probably going to keep it for the rest of the season. But like Ben Hunt or something, say he has a good season, good beginning of this season, he can go and then crap at the end. He's thinking of going to go represent Scotland. But Payne Haas wants to represent Samoa. He said he doesn't want Australia anymore. He sees where Samoa's going and he wants to represent his family instead of just him. Dom Young uses his speed, but Kiki's able to grab him. That's probably not his name, but I call him Kiki. Do you love me? I'm gonna shut up. Fifth and final. They're going for the hands again. We've seen this before, and then Ponga just kicks it out as a touch. It was almost a perfect grubber. Holy stiff arm by Kieran Foran. I don't think he's played good enough this season to go with New Zealand, especially for this kind of All-Stars game somewhat. You could definitely call it an All-Stars game. Both thermal. Titans are playing pretty well. I thought they were going to have another crappy season, especially if Tino and Fafita are rumoured to leave. Tino's confirmed, isn't he? I might have already said that they were confirmed.
Let's check
Let
the
me have a
video
look.
replay.
No, Fafita's not confirmed yet, but Tino and Campbell are. Tino's gone to the Cowboys, Jaden Campbell's gone to the Broncos, as Adam Reynolds might be retiring. But he's saying he might want to represent Scotland as well, with Ben Hunt.
Hold on, let's check the video replay. Can I get a check on this?
Phoenix Crossland, good job. Fletcher, Kyle Pierce, running hard. Kelsey Haas, Payne Haas's brother. Gone for a 40-20 here. Just straight into Kiki's hands. Philip Sami's through. Philip Sami. Don't know why he passed it off to Fafita there. Back into Philip Sami. That was a strong run there. Kieran Foran. I thought he was out, but he was still in. And now Fafita is over. They just left that middle gap wide open. Jojo Fafita. I want to see if Kieran Foran stepped out there. That was skill. Look, stiff arms Dana Gagai, and just before he puts his foot down, puts his hand through his chest, but still puts his own hand inside of himself. Both these teams without a win this season. Yes, Titans had the first round bye. I think this the NRLC has been a lot more tighter than the RLC has been, which with the amount of teams and skill level there, you'd think it would be that way, the other way around. That comp would be a lot more tighter than this comp. But like first is only in front. Like yeah, there's a lot of teams without a win. I think only a couple teams undefeated. I think there's teams that are undefeated. There always is. He's through a gap. He made that gap himself. He brought all players in, and then like stepped around them all, almost. And Kira Pereira is over. 2 wingers, 2 tries. Well, there was 1 try that was Sam Verrills. But still, both wingers getting on the try. I thought this game was going to be a lot closer than it has been. And if it wasn't going to be close, I thought it would be the other team in front. As Raiders just have not done too well the past couple of years. Oh, that might go in. Yes, Jaden Campbell. I thought he was going to miss that, but no. Maybe this is Titans season. There's only 5 minutes left to go, and it looks like the Raiders, not the Raiders, Titans, absolutely controlling it. Kelsey Haas, good run. Philip Sami, he's had a killer of a game. Him, Jaden Campbell. Sam Rose hasn't played bad either. And that's the end of the game. Alright, as always guys, did enjoy, like and subscribe. I'm pretty sure that's the end of Saturday. Saturday rugby. See you guys tomorrow for Sunday. Starting off with the NRLC again. Alright, see you later guys.